we have to realize na ang trabaho ng kapayapaan, it's for everyone. It's a shared responsibility. Ano man yung ating sector, ano man yung trabaho natin or ginagawa natin, from all walks of life, we can all become a peace advocate and a peace messenger. Kasi pag sinabi natin peace, very broad yan. Pwede natin ipasok sa kahit anong sector. Kaya yung event natin ngayon, the 3rd National Peace Convention, which is something that we hold annually, this is very relevant dahil ginagather natin yung iba't ibang sektor na makita natin ano ba yung participation at contribution ng bawat sektor para ma-achieve natin yung kapayapaan. Of course, it's not something that will happen overnight, pero as long as we continuously do it, as long as there are people who believe in doing this, we believe na we can, go one step closer to our goal.
I think this will be my last on my end, no? Ano naman yung look forward mo pa on the event? Especially every year siya, ano yung commitment mo na patuloy mo pa rin susuportahan yung National Peace Convention?
Yes, definitely patuloy natin na susuportahan kasi continuous yung ating story. From the first Peace Convention, we highlighted the role of peace legislation. So we called for the National Solidarity Support for Peace. So every year ginagawa natin ito para i-present yung achievements ng mga sektor na kapartner natin at the same time yung plans for every year. So the second year, yun naman yung time na nag-advocate po tayo for freedom of religion or interfaith harmony. So nagkaroon tayo ng highlight doon na yung iba't ibang religious leaders ay pumirma ng Pledge of Commitment and Joint Statement of Solidarity. So ngayong taon ay in-explore naman po natin yung connection ng peace sa and culture. Kaya ngayon meron tayong highlight, meron tayong performer from NCCA. Their performance is titled Minda Silang by Kaliwat Performing Artists Collective. So it's a 1-hour musical play na pinifeature nito yung peace building process in Mindanao. So yan po. And then next year, we look forward to our next event, January 24, HWPL Peace Day, kung saan ay i-commemorate natin yung Mindanao Peace Agreement, which is the civil society-led peace agreement.
Miss Rika,
Jay Mate, SMS Media, Radio Pilipino America. Mensahe na lang po sa ano po ang yung nararamdaman sa mga nangyayari kapuluhan sa buhay at para dito sa mga kabataan at sa mga taong bayan.
Well, of course, unang-una talagang nakakalungkot po na maraming mga katuluhan at mga digmaan na nangyayari ngayon. Kasi una sa lahat, sino yung biktima ng mga digmaan? Sino po yung biktima ng mga digmaan? Yung mga kabataan ang pinakakawawa po dyan. Mga kababaihan, mga kabataan. Kapag meron pong digmaan, sinasabi po ng aming chairman, he's 94 years old, a Korean War veteran, sinasabi niya po na dahil na-experience niya yung digmaan, kahit isang hibla ng damo, hindi makakasurvive kapag merong digmaan. Kaya gusto natin na patuloy na mag-advocate para sa kapayapaan. Lalo na tayong mga kabataan, meron pa tayong lakas, meron tayong mga kakayahan na pwede natin magamit para mag-advocate. Actually, kahit anong group, kahit anong volunteer group or advocacy, as long as we do it for the benefit of the community, we can contribute for the world.
Hanggang kailan po kayo mag-advocate po? Hanggang kailan?
Hanggang sa i-allow ng Diyos na mabuhay ako at magkaroon ako ng lakas sa mag-advocate for peace. Kasi ang pag-advocate for peace, hindi yan siya short period of time lang. Lifelong yan eh. And it's something that you should pass to the next generation.
paano mo i-convince sa mga kabataan katulad mo na sumali sa SWPL advocacy?
Yes, Sir B. At talagang iniimbitahan natin ang mga kabataan na sumali sa HWPL, sa ating mga peace advocacy. Kung meron kayong kumbaga passion, meron kayong mga kakayahan, meron kayong interes na mag-aral sa mga gawain ng kapayapaan at gusto nyo malaman paano ba magiging peace advocate, nag-offer tayo ng maraming trainings like the Youth Empowerment Peace Class to our peace clubs. Meron din tayong mga volunteer activities. So pwede po tayo na mag-join at mag-participate. Kasi habang bata pa tayo, let's really use our time, resources, yung lakas natin para sa mga bagay na makakabuti para sa ating komunidad at sa ating family.
Do you have any way or idea paano sila magpa-member or sumali sa grupo?
Yes sir, definitely pwede po na magpa-member. Just go to our Facebook page, HWPL Philippines, and send us a message or check the pin post para po sa registration ng membership. So meron naman po tayong voluntary membership, wala po kayong babayaran. Meron din tayong other packages of membership for those who are willing to donate in their capacity.
Thank you.
We ask all this in the name of your Son, our Lord Jesus Christ, with prayer and intercession of our blessed Mother.
المسلمين والنصارى والعماد إلى صراطك المستقيم. اللهم امنحهم العيش بالأمن والسلامة والتنمية المستدامة في مدينة دافاو. اللهم لا تزغ قلوبنا بعد إذ هديتنا وهب لنا من لدنك رحمة إنك أنت الوهاب. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار والحمد لله رب العالمين.
Amoy na manama kami gimot talang manotot sa karosol no. Si ikaw kami tokul talang way ligtupit to tanah. Si ikaw kami bohoy to kopianan talang na maoto. Usako ka pusuno kana.
Of the Philippines or ISCAD, Philippine National Police, the Police Community Affairs and Development Group. We also have local government units of Quezon City, Inigaran, Negros Occidental. We are joined by the Mayor and Vice Mayor, in fact. Hi! Kapalong Cabo del Norte, Mangudadatu, Maguindanao, Parañaque City, Lake Buluan, Barangay Maslabeng. We'd also like to thank our sponsors for making this event possible. New Hope School of Agriculture and Fisheries Incorporated, Synedcom Philippines Incorporated, and De Los Santos Medical Center, our official medical partner. Our merchant partners, Red Apron and Shin Japanese Language and Training Corporation. We also have our media partners who will amplify our message of peace today. WhenInManila.com, Diario Milenio, Diario Tagalog, DZMJ Online, J101.5 FM Big Radio, Bangsamoro Multimedia Network, Police Files Tonight, Unli News Online, and Vantage Point Media. Last but not least, our guests of honor, international peace delegates all the way from South Korea, Indonesia, Nepal, and Taiwan. Let's give them a big round of applause. Thank you so much for joining us all the way here in the Philippines. And thank you, all of you, for being here to make this day a memorable step forward in our collective peace journey. I'd like to start, I'd like to start by introducing to you an opening message which comes from a dedicated leader known for her strong support in peace building and inclusive governance. On behalf of Honorable Joy Belmonte, Mayor of Quezon City, please lend me your ears as I read her message for everyone. This is the message of Mayor Joy Belmonte for the 3rd National Peace Convention at Quezon City MICE Center, dated today. A pleasant day to everyone. It is such an honor to welcome you to the 3rd National Peace Convention right here in the heart of Quezon City. We are truly grateful for the opportunity to host this meaningful gathering alongside the National Commission for Culture and the Arts and Heavenly Culture World Peace Restoration of Light. Today we come together, leaders, educators, youth, and peace advocates, as one community, united by a shared vision to serve humanity and build a future where peace and culture are not merely ideals, but guiding principles that shape our daily lives. This is a call to act, to take responsibility, and to live out these values in how we relate to one another. We honor all of you who dedicate your time, effort, and passion to peace building. You are the everyday heroes who remind us that peace is never the work of one person, one organization, or one sector. It is a shared responsibility sustained by our collective commitment. In Quezon City, we have learned that peace begins when we listen, when we show respect, and when we choose empathy over indifference. Every conversation is an opportunity to plant a seed for great harmony. Ang pagtitipon natin ngayon ay pagkakataon para magbahagi ng kaalaman tungkol sa mga pinakamahusay na gawain mula sa iba't ibang panig ng bansa. Paalala rin ito na ang kapayapaan ay bunga ng araw-araw na desisyon para sa pagkakaunawaan, pagtutulungan at malasakit, mga gawi na dapat pinagyayaman araw-araw sa ating mga komunidad. Let us imagine a world where peace reigns, where we love justice and justice prevails, where no child fears violence, where no family is displaced by conflict, and where our differences are celebrated as strengths. It is our responsibility today and the legacy we must pass on to the next generation. As this convention unfolds, may our discussions lead to action, not just words. May we leave here ready to transform ideas into community initiatives, public policies, and everyday practices that make peace a lived reality. Once again, welcome to Quezon City. May this gathering inspire renewed hope, stronger partnerships, and new ideas to build a future where peace is not only imagined, but truly lived. Maraming salamat at mabuhay tayong lahat. That is the message from Mayor Belmonte. Let's give her a round of applause. Thank you very much, Mayor. Hopefully we'll see you in the flesh next time, okay? As we move forward in our program, ladies and gentlemen, let us prepare to hear messages from key peace leaders and committee representatives. I would like to first direct you to the screen to watch the congratulatory messages of Senator Bam Aquino and Senator Jinggoy Estrada.
Let me extend my gratitude to the Heavenly Culture for the peace, restoration of life, and the National Commission for Culture and Arts for hosting the 3rd National Peace Convention, an event meant to awaken the hearts of all peace advocates, not only in our country, but also across the globe. We may have differing opinions, beliefs, and cultural backgrounds, but these should not stand in the way of our common aspiration to secure a future where peace is not just a vision, but a lived reality in every community. Your work reminds each of us of our responsibility to actively cultivate mutual respect and cooperation in nurturing the spirit of unity. Peace is not a passive treaty, but an active treaty. Let this convention ignite a renewed commitment to peace building, cultural understanding, and global solidarity. We are one.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is Senator Bam Aquino. First, I'd like to congratulate the HWPL Philippines and the NCCA for successfully organizing the 3rd National Peace Convention and uniting peace advocates nationwide. The convention's theme of peace and culture in action, uniting for peace and fulfilling humanity's duty together, is a great reminder to all of us that we all have a hand in advancing peace. Babalik at babalik po ako lagi sa legasiyang ipinamana po sa akin, na sa kabuluduluan ng lahat, mas marami tayong pagkakapareho kaysa pagkakalma. Mas marami tayong kayang pagtulungan kaysa pag-awayan. Kaya patuloy po kayong magsalita, makialam at kumilos, at asahan po ninyo na kami po ang kakampi nyo pagdating sa Senado. Kasama nyo kami sa laban para sa mas inklusibo, mas makatao at mas makatarungang kinabukasan. Kaya muli po, congratulations, mabuhay kayo at mabuhay ang Pilipinas.
A big round of applause, please, once again for Senator Jinggoy Estrada and Senator Bam Aquino. Thank you so much for your encouraging messages. And with that, we are privileged to hear a plenary message from someone at the forefront of HWPL's international initiatives. He comes all the way from South Korea, so please help me in welcoming the Chief Branch Manager of Global Branch 1 of HWPL. Please give it up for Mr. Jinmo Lee. Can we get another needs an interpreter. Does this work? Okay, great.
여러분 안녕하십니까?
Good afternoon, everyone.
제3회 국가 컨벤션
Thank you
행사에
for joining us
함께
at the
해주셔서
3rd National
감사드립니다.
Peace Convention.
저는
I'm
HWP의
Eiji Mo,
글로벌
the Chief
일주기자
Branch Manager of
이진모입니다.
HWPL Global Branch No. 1.
저희 부부는 로스앤젤레스, 워싱턴 DC,
Los Angeles,
네팔,
Washington DC,
인도네시아,
Nepal,
일본, 홍콩,
Indonesia,
필리핀 등 여러 지역을 방문하고 있습니다. 공동 주최자인 필리핀 문화예술위원회와 본 행사를 가능하게 해주신 후원사 및 파트너
and our
여러분들께
sponsors and
진심으로
partners
감사의
for
말씀을
making
드립니다.
this wonderful event possible
여러분의 변함없는
through
성원에
your steadfast support.
제가
It's
필리핀에
my
두
second time
번째입니다.
here in Philippines.
지난 1월 24일
It was last January 24th, HWPL Day.
필리핀에 왔을 때 너무나
When I first
따뜻하게
arrived in
환영을
Philippines,
받았던
I was
기억이
warmly welcomed.
저는 이렇게
I remember
생각했습니다.
thinking,
이 나라는
this
정말
country has
밝은
such a
영혼을
great,
가진
bright
곳이구나.
spirit.
필리핀
Filipinos
사람들은
are kind,
재능이
talented,
항상
and always smiling like me. Most of all,
나라의 문화 속에는
I saw how deeply rooted peace is in your culture.
그 모습이
It reminded me
저에게
of
고향을
home
떠올리게 했고
and gave me
이곳 안에서
a sense of
평화를
belonging.
우리는 언어,
Despite our differences in language, tradition, and belief,
음악, 예술,
but we all share a love for culture through music, art, and expression.
그래서 우리가
That's why we are here today to promote peace through culture.
통해 평화를 실현하기 위해서 말입니다. 문화는
Culture
음악이 아니라
is more than entertainment.
마음을 이어주는
It is
아이디어.
bridge that connects hearts and builds understanding.
한국에서는 문화가
Korea,
평화와
culture has preserved values like harmony and respect.
요즘 필리핀에서
Today, I see Filipinos enjoying Korean dramas, music, and food.
저는 필리핀과
This makes me feel deeply connected.
연결되어 있음을 느낍니다. 우리가
When we share the respect each other's culture,
편견이
we break down
평화가
prejudice
자라납니다.
and build peace.
문화를 나누는 것은
Sharing culture
이해하는
leads
것입니다.
to deeply understanding.
이해는 편견을
It removes prejudice
마음을
and brings hearts together.
이것이야말로
That's how peaceful relationships are built
연결과
through connection
공감을 통해서
and
이루어집니다.
empathy.
그리고 이것이
This is also the foundation of HWPL's work.
평화는
Peace begins
우리가 서로의 인류에
when we recognize our shared humanity. At
HWPL을
HWPL,
위해
we
여러
build
가지
peace
활동을
through
펼치고 있습니다.
the Registrate Peace Campaign, which is called LP, supporting the TPCW,
를 지지하고
peace education,
평화를
to teach peace to
평화
youth,
교육을 지지하며
interfaith dialogue
통해
through the works offices, youth and women's peace
IWPG를 통해
initiatives through IPYG and IWPG.
특히 필리핀은
In the Philippines especially, your support has been outstanding
의지를 보여주고 있고
and the work is taking notice.
이 자리에 함께 해주실 모든
To our officers, educators, youth and women leaders, and peace advocates,
여러분께
thank you so much. Let us keep living peace in our daily lives,
문화를 나누며
sharing culture and working together hand in hand.
평화는 단지 꿈이
Peace is
아니라
not just a dream,
인류의
it is our duty.
함께
Together,
평화를 이뤄갑시다.
let us fulfill this mission for humanity.
마부하이 안 빠빠야빠 안 마부하이 뽕 사용나한 사랑하고 듣고서 많이 감사합니다.
Thank you so much for listening. Thank you again.
A round of applause, please, once again, for Mr. Chinmo Lee, Chief Branch Manager of Global Branch 1 of HWPL. Thank you so much. And yes, mabuhay nga po ang kapayapaan, mabuhay po tayo lahat. Alright, up next, we look forward to looking back on the milestones and growing impact of HWPL in the Philippines. Let us hear from the Chief Branch Manager of HWPL Philippines. Please help me welcome Mr. John Romel Garces.
Good day to everyone. Andiyan pa ba kayo? So let me deliver my presentation. It's an overview of the milestones of HWPL which we have accomplished because of your continued support. It is an honor to speak before you today at the 3rd National Peace Convention with the theme Peace and Culture in Action, Uniting for Peace and Fulfilling Humanity's Duty Together. First, I extend my heartfelt salutations to our co-host, the National Commission for the Culture and the Arts. We have here with us 3 of his top commissioners. I think Chairman Victorino Manalo is on his way. He is the chairman of the National Commission for the Culture and the Arts, Chairman Victorino Ino Manalo. We also have in attendance Commissioner Arvin Villanon. He is the Commissioner for the Arts of the NCCA. Please give her a round of applause. And yung nag-promotor po ng lahat po nito, we also have Commissioner Carlo Epeye. My utmost respect and appreciation also goes with the HWPL, the IPYG, and the IWPG Peace Committee. Your attendance today really means a lot to the 3rd National Peace Convention. Today's event reflects how far we've come, not only in discussing peace, but in practicing it, embedding it into our culture, and turning it into action. In this presentation, I will walk you through the milestones of HWPL in the Philippines, how peace efforts have moved from visions to reality through partnerships with educators, lawmakers, media, youth, and faith leaders. As we consolidate these efforts here at the 3rd National Peace Convention, may this serve as a reminder that peace is not just a campaign, it is a culture we live, build, and pass on together. At the core of HWPL's peace-building strategy are 3 main initiatives that guide our programs globally and in the Philippines. Number 1, the legislate peace, advocating for the declaration of peace and cessation of war, or the DPCW to be recognized as an international legal instrument. Number 2, peace education, partnering with the Department of Education and the Commission on Higher Education to integrate peace education in schools nationwide. Number 3, harmonize religions, creating safe spaces for different faiths to exchange teachings and foster mutual respect. HWPL also works for the peaceful reunification of the Korean Peninsula. To advance this, Chairman Lee Man-hee has traveled the world 32 times in what we call the World Peace Tours, many of which included the Philippines, forming the foundation of our milestones in this country. To name some, the 2014 historic January 24 Mindanao Peace Agreement, the 2015 and 2016 consecutively unveiling of the first and second peace monuments, and the declaration of January 24 as HWPL Peace Day in Maguindanao and the Moro Islamic Liberation Front. 2016, the appointment of the first HWPL Peace Academy, establishment of Peace Corners and Museum in Davao City. 2018, the Memorandum of Agreement signing with the Commission on Higher Education, and 2019, the inauguration of the first Peace Room in Parañaque City Public Library. Going further in details for the first initiative, the Law for Peace, since 2016, we have lobbied for national support of the DPCW. To date, this has resulted in 1 regional resolution from the BARM, 1 provincial resolution from Davao de Oro, 4 city resolutions, Manila, Pasig, Cotabato City, and Davao City, 7 municipal resolutions from Los Baños, Louisiana, Lumban, Laguna, Hinigaran, Negros Occidental, Mangudadato, Maguindanao, Solano, Nueva Vizcaya, and Kapalong, Davao del Norte. A total of 13 resolutions of support, and we will work tirelessly until the Philippines is recorded in history as a nation that champions peace. Second initiative is education. Education is where the seeds of peace are planted. We have 115 Memorandum of Understanding partnerships with schools, universities, and education offices. We have conducted 97 capacity building programs for teachers and educators. 25 peace clubs and 15 peace monuments are inside the campuses now in different parts of the country. We have established Peace Room in Parañaque City Public Library, created a Peace Museum in Davao City, celebrated the 11th ACWPL Peace Day in January 2025, Kawit, Cavite. We also produce contextualized peace education lessons for Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao, making peace part of daily learning. In continuation with the peace education, we are empowering the youth through our youth wing, the International Peace Youth Group, or the IPYG. The IPYG channels the creativity and energy of the youth. We have conducted the first ever online Dance for Peace competitions, which was participated by dancers, youth dancers from Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. We have conducted peace camps, peace concerts, mural, and school peace clubs. We would like to take note, our pilot peace club in Signal Village National High School in Cavite. Through the youth empowerment training in various provinces, we are empowering the youth in leadership skills that they need in peace building. And we have established partnerships with local youth offices in Cotabato City and Hinigaran. The youth is our future. They are today's peace builders. Before the pandemic, HWPL held monthly interreligious dialogues. During the pandemic, this moved online and evolved into the Religious Peace Academy. And in August 2023, the Religious Peace Academy, or the RPA, was officially launched in BARM, bringing together Muslim and Christian leaders in a meaningful platform for dialogue and understanding. Today, the legacy of those religious leaders continues. As HWPL Peace Clubs in schools across Philippines adopt RPA-based activities, showing that peace through interfaith harmony is not just for leaders, but also for students, youth, and the next generation. Through the Religious Peace Academy, religious leaders are building bridges, not barriers. Peace needs a voice, and HWPL found that voice by partnering with the media. First, through the documentary Great Legacy, we told the story of peace efforts in the Philippines and beyond. It was screened in Davao City and Metro Manila and received international recognition, winning Best Documentary for Peace at the Bridge of Peace Film Festival in France and Best War and Peace Subject Film at the Portugal Indie Film Festival. Last month, we screened our second documentary movie, The Peacemaker, which continues the mission of showing how ordinary people and leaders alike can become instruments of lasting peace. We also partnered with leading platforms like DWIZ 882 AM and Aleo 23, giving HWPL a regular voice on both radio and television. Our Voice of Peace digital program on Vantage Point Media airs every Tuesday, spreading peace messages online. But beyond broadcast, we also build capacity. We've held peace journalism workshops for campus writers in Cavite and forums for local journalists in Cotabato City, helping shape a generation of peace-minded storytellers. With media as a partner, peace is not just heard, it is seen, shared, and sustained. Over the past 3 years, the National Peace Conventions have become milestones in our journey of building a culture of peace. The first NPC in January 2023 was focused on the law for peace. This was co-hosted by the Volunteer Individuals for Peace by our then Commissioner, Dr. Ronald Alama. The second NPC in April 2024 solidified interfaith cooperation. And now, the third NPC marks the consolidation of all these efforts, spreading peace through culture. Through these conventions, we have built a momentum. We have created models for peace rooted in Filipino culture, ready for global engagement. The Peace Convention is a growing movement shaping the Philippines from classrooms to peace councils and peace committees. From legislation to education, interfaith to youth, HWPL's work in the Philippines shows one reality. Peace is possible when we act together. In conclusion, let us continue to build a culture of peace, not only for today, but for generations to come. We are one. Thank you.
Please give it up one more time for the Chief Branch Manager of HWPL Philippines, Mr. John Romel Garces. Thank you so much for that wonderful look back at all the work HWPL has done in the Philippines. Of course, there's still a lot of work to do. We are about to go into the part of the program, ladies and gentlemen, where we will hear the presentations and future plans from our dedicated committees. Before we get to that though, I would like to acknowledge, joining us right now is the Chairman of the National Commission for Culture and the Arts, Chairman Victorino Ino Manalo is here. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us here at the 3rd National Peace Convention. Ayan po. So again, it's wonderful to look back, but we still have a lot of work to do. And a thing that keeps coming up here at the 3rd National Peace Convention is that peace is a collaborative journey. So at this point, we will be hearing the presentations and future plans from our dedicated committees. We welcomed them together earlier today. Peace being a collaborative journey, this is why the battle cry of HWPL as well is, we are one. That is how we welcomed our committees po kanina. So we will hear from them one by one here on the stage, and I would like to begin by calling the International Law Committee. We welcome Honorable Mary Grace Arceo, Mayor of Pinigaran, Negros Occidental. Please welcome her with a big round of applause. Hi, ma'am. Once again, representing the International Law Committee, Honorable Mary Grace Arceo, Mayor of Pinigaran, Negros Occidental. Please give her a big round of applause.
Distinguished guests, fellow public servants, members of the HWPL family, peace advocates, ladies and gentlemen, good day.
Good day.
It is an honor to speak before you today on behalf of the HWPL Law for Peace Committee. So as we share our plans to support the goals of the International Law Department of HWPL Philippines. As the local chief executive of the local government of Pinigaran, so we believe in our responsibility to be active contributors to global peace building, starting in our communities. First, we are committed to support the Declaration of Peace and Cessation of War, or the DPCW. We initiated the passing of a municipal resolution in support of the DPCW. Beyond that, we aim to influence nearby cities and municipalities, encouraging them to pass a similar resolutions to the support of our local networks and connections. More importantly, we are committed to contribute to the national level support for the DPCW by working with provincial leaders, national partners, and the relevant agencies. We aim to help bring the DPCW into the national spotlight and gaining institutional backing for the government and Congress. Second, we will act actively promote the DPCW signature campaign. We will gather signatures at 2 levels. 1, high-level signatories from a government and civil society leaders. And 2, regular signature drives through human rights seminars and peace events involving the public. Third, so we plan to establish a peace libraries in our locality. This will serve as a safe spaces for learning about peace, international law, and human rights, especially for the youth and for the future generation. Fourth, we are preparing to sign a memorandum of agreement with the HWPL for this year. So this formal partnership will strengthen our shared commitment to peace and guide joint programs in education and governance and law. Fifth, we aim to construct a peace monument in Hinigaran. This will be a visible symbols of our community stands for peace, a space for reflection, inspiration, and unity. So lastly, we will organize a human rights seminars for different sectors. This includes seminars for married couples, loose students, and barangay communities. And through this effort, we will hope to raise awareness of peace and human rights across all levels of society. So these are more just a plan. So they are the contribution to global movement for peace rooted in law and cooperation. So on behalf of the HWPL for Peace Committee and the people of Hinigaran, so we commit to advancing this cause with dedication and action. Maraming big na salamat, and may peace always guide our path forward. Thank you, and
we are one indeed. A round of applause please for Honorable Mary Grace Arceo, Mayor of Hinigaran, Negros Occidental. Thank you so much. I've been to Hinigaran myself. It's a beautiful, beautiful place. There's a lot of active peace works taking place over there. I'd also like to acknowledge the Vice Mayor is with us as well. Vice Mayor Jose Nandi Arceo of Hinigaran, Negros Occidental. Thank you so much for being here with us, with the both of you at the helm of international law for HWPL. I'm sure that we will see results very, very soon. Thank you so much for that presentation. And now we're moving on to the Religious Harmony Peace Committee. Representing this committee is the Most Reverend Antonio J. Ledesma, SJDD, Archbishop Emeritus of Cagayan de Oro. Please help me welcome him onto the stage with a big round of applause. Archbishop Antonio Ledesma is someone who has been with us since day one of our peace works here in the Philippines with HWPL. He is in fact the one who got in touch with Chairman Lee, which then set in motion these events that led to the civilian peace agreement in Mindanao. And here he is. Please welcome him with a big round of applause, everyone.
Good afternoon, dear colleagues and fellow peace advocates. It is a joy and honor to join you at this third National Peace Convention. I am greeting on behalf of the HWPL Religious Harmony Peace Committee. And today I would like to share with you our plans for advancing religious harmony in the months ahead. In a time where mutual misunderstanding between religions can easily lead to prejudice or conflict, we believe that faith leaders must step forward, not only as spiritual guides, but as builders of peace through dialogue and cooperation. We have laid out 3 key action points that will guide our committee's work this year. First, launch of the Joint Agreement on Religious Harmony. Our first initiative is the official launch and promotion of the Joint Agreement on Religious Harmony and Solidarity. This agreement is more than symbolic. It is a commitment to uphold mutual respect between religions, to avoid harmful speech or misrepresentation, and to work together to build peace across religious lines. We are calling on churches, mosques, temples, schools, and seminaries to sign this agreement, not just to support it, but to live it out. Second, build commitment from religious sectors. Beyond signatures, we will engage with various religious institutions to form a network of faith-based partners who are willing to walk together. Our goal is to empower local leaders to foster peace dialogues and model unity within diversity. And third, promote interreligious peace platforms nationwide. To sustain these efforts, we are strengthening 2 key platforms. A Religious Peace Academy, or RPA, a space for education and training in interreligious dialogue, especially for youth, educators, and faith workers. Second, WARP Office, an avenue for monthly scripture dialogues where religious leaders can understand each other's doctrines, break barriers, and find common ground. In closing, peace is not created through silence or avoidance. It is built when people of faith commit to understanding and walking with one another. Let us move forward with this shared mission to make religious harmony not just a message, but a way of life. Thank you, and may peace be with us all.
Thank you, Most Reverend Antonio J. Ledesma, SJDD, Archbishop Emeritus of Cagayan de Oro, representing the Religious Harmony Peace Committee. Thank you, Archbishop. You're perfect for this because just by looking at you and hearing your voice, I feel peaceful already. Thank you. Yes. All right. We're moving on now. Before we move on, actually, I'd like to acknowledge the presence of Ms. Lani Misalucha, who is joining us here at the 3rd National Peace Convention. Ms. Lani, where are you? There you are. Hi, Ms. Lani. Congratulations po on 40 years in the music industry. Everyone, she's celebrating with a concert po. Of course, Ms. Lani Misalucha is the Las Vegas Siren of the Strip, the Nightingale. Ms. Lani Misalucha. The concert is called Still Lani. It's happening at the theater at Soler, Parañaque, August 21 po at 8 p.m. She's gonna have a 40-piece orchestra. That will be the Manila Symphony Orchestra. Ben and Ben will be there as well. So we hope that you could all join her in celebrating. This is under the musical direction of Toma Cayabyab. Thank you so much, Ms. Lani, for being here. We love you all for being here. Thank you. All right, let's move on to our next committee, everyone, and this will be Peace Education Committee. It's an important one. And this is represented by Dr. Antonio P. Faustino Jr. He's the Assistant Schools Division Superintendent of DepEd Cavite. Please help me welcome him with a big round of applause. Hello, sir. Always such a pleasure to see you. Hi.
My fellow peace advocates, great day everyone. I am Antonio P. Faustino Jr., Assistant Schools Division Superintendent of DepEd Cavite Province. and Deputy Chief Branch Manager of HWPL Philippines, representing the Peace Education Committee. It is both a joy and an honor to join you at the 3rd National Peace Convention on behalf of HWPL Peace Education Committee. I bring you warm greetings, and today I am excited to share our vision and concrete plans for advancing peace education in the academy. First, capacity building for teachers and contextualization efforts. We believe that peace begins with the educators who guide our students every day. That's why we will continue our capacity building programs, giving teachers the knowledge, skills, and tools to ensure peace is not just taught, but practiced and lived inside the classroom. Alongside this, we are committed to contextualizing HWPL peace education so that its lessons are relevant to the unique cultures, history, and realities of each community. We are inspired by the efforts of the following division. Schools Division of Laguna, Region 4A. Schools Division of Southern Leyte. Schools Division of Cotabato City, MBHE Bar. Let's give them a round of applause. We hope more divisions will join in this effort. Second, school-wide implementation of peace activities. Training is only the beginning. Our next step is to bring peace education to life in every school. This means peace will be visible and felt through peace corners, peace parks, gardens, and peace murals, turning our campuses into living reminders of harmony. Third, HWPL Peace Clubs and Leadership Training. We want our youth to be active champions of peace. That's why we will establish HWPL Peace Clubs in every school and provide leadership training for their officers, nurturing a new generation of committed peace advocates. Fourth, promoting religious peace through the Religious Peace Academy, RPA. Peace thrives in understanding. Through the Religious Peace Academy, we will deepen interfaith dialogue and foster mutual respect among students and educators. Fifth, expanding partnerships across division offices. We aim to work beyond our borders, forging partnerships with our other division offices. By sharing resources and best practices, we can grow a nationwide network of peace educators, advocates, and leaders, just like the division offices we have already partnered. Finally, we envision peace monuments in schools, not just as structures of stone and steel, but as lasting symbols of our collective promise to uphold peace for generations to come. These 6 steps reflect our deep commitment to planting peace in hearts, in minds, and in systems. I warmly invite your support and collaboration, whether through your expertise, your networks, or your partnerships. Be part of HWPL Peace Committee. Every contribution makes this shared mission stronger. Maraming salamat po. Together, let us preach peace, live peace, and live behind a legacy of peace. God bless everyone. We are one.
Thank you very much, Dr. Antonio B. Faustino Jr., Assistant Schools Division Superintendent of DepEd Cavite, sharing with us the plans of the Peace Education Committee. HWPL is thrilled that more schools and more school districts are, taking on the Peace Education Program of HWPL. If you would like to as well, you'd be more than welcome. Next, we have the Youth Peace Committee. Of course, all of this is for us to leave a legacy for the future generation. Heading the Youth Peace Committee is the Director of the World Assembly of Muslim Youth. Please help me welcome Mr. Ajar Majid. Once again, representing the Youth Peace Committee. With us is Mr. Ajar Majid. He's the Director of the World Assembly of Muslim Youth. Hello, sir. Hi.
صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Hindi po yung first word, ang ibig sabihin lang po nun ay peace, greetings of peace to each and every one of us. Peace be upon us all. Yeah? Ang newly po ay si Ajar Majid. I'm the country director for World Assembly of Muslim Youth, and I am proudly representing to the representation of our accomplishment for the HWPL Youth Peace Advocacy Group through the IPYG. Bilang kabataan, we carry the power to shape the future and build a lasting culture of peace. Through the Youth Empowering Peace class, or YEPC, and leadership training, we are nurturing a generation of a courageous and responsible, compassionate leaders. In the months ahead, our mission is clear and bold. We intend to empower thousands of youth leaders who will stand as the beacons of hope, unity, positive change for the communities and beyond. After being empowered, these youth leaders will step forward into the Youth Engagement and Peace Building Working Group, or the YEPW. This is a dynamic platform for collective actions, where young people are not just voices in the crowd, but the key decision makers shaping the peace process. Our vision reaches far and wide to engage all 17 regions of the nation. In God's will, planting seeds of peace and unity in every community that we have touched and influenced. Together, we are not just imagining peace, but rather we are building it. We also actively promote nonviolent communications and conflict resolution skills, which we thought is very vital tools urgently needed in our homes, our schools, and the different communities. Through our supports to schools, we help sustain 50 peace clubs that empower students to turn their values into real-life advocacy and action. This is in partnership with the Religious Peace Academy, the RPA, and we are nurturing a spirit of interfaith understanding and mutual respect, building bridges where divisions once stood, and fostering harmony across all walks of life. Our team, the youth group, understood that true peace begins from within, and that mental health is very essential in achieving it. That's why we are committed to fostering emotional resilience among youth, equipping them to face life's challenges with strength and hope. We also champion peace through sports, environmental stewardship, and the pursuit of justice, guided by the principles of the Declarations of Peace and Cessation of War. We turn ideals into action for a better world. Lastly, we are determined to expand our reach through new MOUs and MOAs and 50 additional IPYG affiliations throughout the country, strengthening our network of Youth United for Peace, both locally and across the globe. Together, let us be the generations that leads with compassion, resolves conflicts through dialogue, and uplifts humanity through the power of peace. Maraming salamat po, and we are journey of peace that will begin within each of us in this chamber to prosper today, tomorrow, and the generations to come. Pagkakita ko kay Walidaya, may God continue to grant us continued success and guidance throughout this journey. Salamat.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ajar Majid, Director of the World Assembly of Muslim Youth, representing the Youth Peace Committee. We're looking forward to those plans bearing fruit as well. Before we move on to our next presentation, we would like to acknowledge the presence of Vice Mayor Fanny Teves Ong of Muntinlupa City. Vice Mayor, where are you? There you are. Great. Hello. Hi, Vice Mayor. Thank you so much for being with us today. All right. With that, we are now going to hear about a book project that is spearheaded by the Public Relations Peace Committee. Please help me welcome Assistant Professor Almadi Aldin Alonto, Peace Education Officer from the Institute for Peace and Development in Mindanao, Mindanao State University main campus. Please help me welcome him with a big round of applause. So if you were here earlier before our main session began, we had a very interesting conversation about this project with the commissioners of NCCA as well. But for the main session, here he is once again. Please help me welcome Professor Aldin Alonto, everyone, with a big round of applause.
Just to give you an overview, the Contemporary Bangsamoro is envisioned as a landmark, as a multidisciplinary volume that magnum opus that will provide the most comprehensive and nuanced portrait of the Bangsamoro in the 21st century. And I suppose it's a high time that the Bangsamoro academicians write the narrative in their own point of view, because most of the time our stories are untold. So this time, we're encouraging the Mindanaoans to write their own narrative, to present their point of view. I think it's very relevant when we talk about peace building, unifying our country, and celebrating diversity. Okay. So the background is that the main objective is to produce a definite reference work on the contemporary Bangsamoro, bridges history, politics, culture, and religion, and development. The second one is to amplify the authentic Bangsamoro voices and perspectives, ensuring that the local scholarship and lived experiences are central to narrative. The third one is to create a resource that can inform policy-making, peace-building efforts, academic, research, and educational curricula in the Philippines. And the fourth one is to establish a collaborative platform to sustain research and dialogue among scholars, practitioners, and the Bangsamoro community. And the themes follow the themes as the following: historical legacies and political transformation, governance, law and peace building, socio-economic landscape, culture, religion and identity, contemporary challenges and global linkages, and future pathways. So with that, we invite contributors and editors and peer reviewers and sponsors to join us in making the contemporary Bangsamoro a reality. Your expertise, insights, and support will help ensure the book becomes not only an authoritative resource, but also a catalyst for informed dialogue, cultural pride, and policy innovation. Together we can produce working that honors the Bangsamoro past, illuminates its present, and shapes its future. So, thank you.
Thank you very much, Assistant Professor Almadi Aldin Alonto. Thank you, sir, for giving us an overview of this project. I think in our collaboration with a body like NCCA, we are realizing the importance of documenting things. So this will be another wonderful project that could document what is happening here in the Philippines so that we can showcase it to the world. Okay, last but not least, everyone, we are down to our last presentation. And this one is coming from the International Women's Peace Group, or IWPG. Joining us here at the 3rd National Convention to give us this presentation is the Vice Mayor of Capalong, Davao del Norte. Please help me welcome the Honorable Maria Teresa Royo Timbor. Hi, ma'am. I have been to Capalong myself, and may I tell you,
Magandang hapon, maayong hapon sa tanan. Peace starts with women, and it starts with us. It's a joy and honor to be with you all today as we come together for one shared goal, and that is peace. As a public servant, a woman, as a mother, brought into one, have seen how peace affects every part of our lives, our families, our communities, and our future. But we all know peace is not served on a platter instantly. It must be planted, nurtured, and protected. And it takes all women to realize this dream. It's one of the reasons that I'm deeply grateful to be a partner of the International Women Peace Group, or IWPG, giving women around the world, including us in the Philippines, a platform to lead in attaining peace, not just wishing for it. Our practical partnership with IWPG is proactive. Walk the talk, I should say. First, we established our local peace committee in Kapalong, made up of women, youth, educators, and leaders. This committee plans and support peace programs on the ground. Second, we bring peace education to our barangays, schools, and women's group. With the help of IWPG, we teach values of non-violence, understanding, and unity. Third, we will raise women peace leaders as local champions. We'll also promote peace in their homes and in neighborhoods. Lastly, we'll involve our youth in creative peace projects, art, writing, advocacies that will make a ripple effect and inspire others. We fully support the Declaration Peace and Cessation of War, a powerful international instrument that promotes peaceful conflict resolution, disarmament, and protect human rights. Let's not just support it silently. Let us encourage other LGUs, women organizations, and the other regions to endorse the DPCW, especially in Mindanao. In fact, I fully support the expansion of IWPG in all Davao del Norte and even throughout the entire Philippines. Every province, every city, every barangay deserves to experience what IWPG brings: education, empowerment, a united women's movement for peace. My message to all women and leaders: peace is possible. It's powerful. And it starts with us. Let's be united. Let's show that Filipino women are not just praying for peace. We're making it happen. IWPG Kapalong, and with our local leaders, and with your support, peace movement in Davao del Norte will also be heard around the whole nation. We support peace. We support DPCW. We support the expansion of IWPG in the Philippines. And we are one for peace. Thank you.
Thank you very much, the Vice Mayor of Kapalong, Davao del Norte, Honorable Maria Teresa Royo Timbol. Thank you so much, ma'am. And I think it was Professor Alvin who reminded us earlier today that women have such a significant role in the peace process. They are our first teachers, the women in our lives. Yes, Prof. Thank you for that. And thank you for the beautiful message. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we've heard the presentations and plans from each of the HWPL committees. And now, we invite you, all of you participants, to express your commitment to the cause of peace by signing the Pledge of Commitment. You can find the pledge forms on your seats. If you need pens, our ushers can assist you. And I will read the Pledge of Commitment that you will find. This will be collected by our team in a few minutes. Allow me to read what Pledge of Commitment. We, participants of the Third National Peace Convention, leaders, educators, youth, women, religious representatives, and civil society, pledge to advance peace through HWPL's 3 core initiatives. Number 1, Law for Peace. We commit to support the Declaration of Peace and Cessation of War, DPCW, as a legal foundation to end war and ensure peace, and encourage governments to adopt peace-building policies grounded in the DPCW. Promote the creation of peace zones, libraries, parks, exhibits, markers, and halls as lasting symbols of our commitment. Number 2, raising peacemakers. We commit to promote peace education nationwide across all educational levels, support training for teachers and integration of peace in the curriculum, establish HWPL peace clubs in schools and universities, empower youth and women as leaders and peace ambassadors. Number 3, harmony of religion. We commit to support the joint agreement on religious harmony, engage in and promote interreligious dialogue based on mutual respect and understanding, participate in the Religious Peace Academy or RPA, and foster unity among faith communities. With unity and resolve, we pledge to act for peace in our homes, communities, and nation. Together, let us fulfill our duty to humanity and make peace a living reality. Signed this 9th day of August 2025 at the Third National Peace Convention, Quezon City Meeting, Incentives, Conferences, and Exhibition Center, Philippines. Let's give our committees a big round of applause as well for letting us know what it is that we are participating in as well as we sign our own Pledge of Commitment today. Okay po, did we sign our pledges, everyone? Because if we're done, then we can take a picture. All right, can we hold up our pledge po? Yes, let's commemorate this moment. I'd like to invite our official photographers up on the stage, please. Yes. So if you signed your Pledge of Commitment, and these are all such wonderful causes. It's something that we should be doing for our future generations and for our country. And again, the thing that keeps coming up is it is a collaborative effort and it is a process. We all can do something and we can all pitch in. Okay po, so if we have our pledges up, ayan, wag naman po dito, no? Ayan, hanggang dito. Para kita po yung ating face sa picture po natin. Okay, wag naman po yung iwagayway. Okay. Pwede po yan mamaya. For our photo purposes, okay, if you can just hold it up, chest level. Our first picture, we'll just have big smiles towards the camera po. Big smiles. We're happy that we're here at the Third National Peace Convention and that we will be working together for peace in the country and beyond. Okay po. Big smiles to the camera, please. Alright, our cameras are going off. Okay, next pose is we are one. This is our battle cry po here sa HWPL. And again, we have to work together to make peace a reality. So you can hold up your index finger po. Yes, because we are one. In peace, in harmony, and we will work as one to make this a reality. Okay po. Thank you very much. Do you want a video of everyone saying we are one together? Gusto niyo po, direct? Oh, why not? While we're here. Sige na po. Okay. So on my count of 3, we can say we are one. Together po. Looking at the camera. Okay, here we go. On 3, everyone. 1, 2, 3. We are one. Wonderful. Thank you very much. Please give yourselves a round of applause as well. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Okay. So once again, here on the Third National Peace Convention, we are partnered with the National Commission on Culture and the Arts. We could not be more thrilled and proud of this partnership to affirm the role of culture and arts in peace building and to introduce a special performance that speaks of unity, hope, and identity. let us listen to a special message of peace from the chairperson of the National Commission for Culture and the Arts. Please help me welcome Honorable Victorino Manalo. We invite you also to please check out the booth of NCCA that is located outside. They are giving away books and magazines for everybody. And again, we are very happy to have NCCA as our partner for this year's National Peace Convention, and we look forward to doing more. Again, with a big round of applause, please help me welcome Honorable Victorino Manalo.
Magandang hapon po sa inyo lahat. Isang mapayapang araw sa lahat at isang maligayang buwan ng wika at buwan ng pasaysayan. To our distinguished guests, fellow public servants, and colleagues from the Cultural Center. Isang malaking karangalan para sa akin ang maging bahagi at makasama kayo ngayon sa paglunsad ng Bansa sa Kalinaw project at sa natatanging pagtatanghal ng dulang musikal na Minadasilang. Sa loob ng maraming taon, ang Mindanao ay dumaan sa samot-saring hamon. Ngunit, sa kabila ng mga pagsubok na ito, nananatiling matatag ang mga pamayanang Moro, Lumad at Kristiyano, pinagbubuklod ng iisang adhikain makamit ang pangmatagalang kapayapaan at pagkakaisa. Kaya naman, ang programang ito ay nagsilbing testamento at paalala na ang kasaysayan ng kapayapaan sa Mindanao ay hindi lamang nakasulat sa dokumento, kundi sinasabuhay araw-araw ng mga komunidad na patuloy na lumilikha ng pagmamahal sa sariling kultura. Sa pamamagitan din ng Peace Education Forum, napapalaganap nito ang tensyon at kamalayan ng ating mga kapwang Pilipino tungkol sa kalagayan ng Mindanao. Nawa ito ay magsilbing mitsa ng pagkamulat at pagkilos, hindi lamang sa mga institusyon, kundi sa bawat individual na naririto. Ang isa pa nating programa, ang Mindasilang, ay isang masining at na pagsasalaysay na sumasalamin sa paglalakbay mula sa sigalot tungo sa pagkakasundo at pagkakaisa. Kaya naniniwala ako na sa pamamagitan ng sining ng musika, tula at pagganap, binibigyan nito ng tinig ang mga karanasan at kwento na karapat-dapat marinig ng daigdig. Nais ko pong iparating sa ang aking taus-pusong pagpasasalamat sa NCCA Subcommission for Culture Dissemination sa pamumuno ni Commissioner Carlo Ebeo. Palakpakan natin. Mukhang may pala si Commissioner Ebeo. Para sa kanilang walang sawang suporta sa mga proyektong nagsusulong ng kapayapaan sa pamamagitan ng sining at kalaman. Pati na rin sa New Hope School of Agriculture and Fisheries. Lampakan din natin. Sa pagiging matatag, nakatuwang sa pagpapaabot ng edukasyong pangkapayapaan sa mga pamayanan. I hope also that we can work together, all of us together with the NCCA, because after all, art is a very important means or vehicle for promoting peace. This is also because, by definition, art its root word is the same root word as articulate. Art means to join. No? Science means to separate. Art means to join. And as we know from the talk of Bishop Ledesma, peace comes not from avoidance, but from walking and working together. Bishop Ledesma, hinablos mo ako. Gayun din ang aking mga taus-pusong pagbati at pasasalamat sa isa pang katuwang ang WHPL sa kanilang aktibong partisipasyon sa advokasya ng kapayapaan at kultural na pag-uunawa. Hindi lamang sila katuwang ngayon sa National Peace Caravan na tampok ang bansa sa Kalinaw Project, kundi naging grantee rin ng NCCA noong nakaraang taon para sa proyektong Collaboration for the Inscription of Peace Records of Peace Accords to the Memory of the World Registry. Isang mahalagang hakbang upang mapanatili at kilalanin ang mga kasunduang pangkapayapaan sa Mindanao bilang bahagi ng pagdaigdigang alaala. Ang mga ganitong kolaborasyon ay patunay na kapag nagsanib ang sining, kasaysayan at malasakit, tunay na posibleng makamit ang isang makatarungan at pangmatagalang kapayapaan. Naway magsilbing inspirasyon ng proyektong ito para sa higit pang pagtutulungan ng mga sektor tungo sa isang bansang tunay na may pagkakaunawaan, paggalang at pagkabuklod-buklod. Mabuhay tayong lahat. Damo ginasalamat sa inyo nagkaroon.
Maraming salamat po. Once again, the chairperson of the National Commission for Culture and the Arts, the Honorable Victorino Manalo. Let's give him and the National Commission for Culture and the Arts another round of applause. We cannot express enough how we appreciate this partnership for the 3rd National Peace Convention. Okay, before I introduce to you the performance, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to remind you to please hold on to the pledges that you signed, because we will be, actually you can just leave them on the seats later on after the performance and when we wrap the program. Okay, so on that note, ladies and gentlemen, please enjoy the performance entitled Binda Silang by the Kaliwat Performing Artists Collective Incorporated, a moving musical theater piece celebrating the peace stories of Mindanao and beyond. Please welcome them with a big round of applause.
Saksi tayo sa pagbukas ng pinto sa pader sa dakong silangan. Ang liwanway ng bagong umaga, hindi nagpaalam ating puso. Panahon na upang tumayway ang pangarap ng laksang ng taon. Panahon na upang namulan ng apoy ang ating mga labi.
Ralph, salamat at dumalo ka sa forum. Ngayon ko lang naintindihan ang punto mo tungkol sa leadership ng mga katutubo. Siguro sa susunod na okasyon, pag-usapan naman natin ang problema tungkol sa ancestral domain.
At importante na dapat bigyan natin ng space sa mga problema ng mga Moro. Alam mo, meron akong kakilalang Moro student na nag-aaral dito sa university. Makakatulong siya bilang resource person para itackle yung mga issues ng mga Moro dito sa Mindanao.
Mau ba? Timing. Grabe na din ang peace crisis din sa Mindanao.
Ay nako Ra, wala na dyo'y permanenteng kapayapaan dito sa Mindanao.
Sukad pa kini ni Adto. Ang past o ang present history sa Mindanao, puro gera.
Kahit pa siguro yung future history. Gera.
Kung walang gagawin ang taong bayan. Pero kung magsisimula ang katauhan sa paglikha ng bagong kasaysayan, magbabago ang kasaysayan sa darating ng mga panahon, di ba? Hay talaga, serious na ang peace situation diri sa Mindanao. I think we really have to do something about it.
Si Noraline. Siya yung sinasabi kong Moro student na nag-aaral dito.
Kumusta ka, Noraline?
Mabuti. Concerned ka rin pala sa peace crisis sa Mindanao.
Oo.
Grabe na talaga ang kaguluhang nangyayari. Mabuti na lang dito sa inyo, may mga kaguluhan na pero naaagapan naman at bumabalik ang kapayapaan.
Pero sa ibang lugar,
parehas sa inyo. Nasa Lanao at Cotabato areas ang battleground.
hanggat hindi malulutas ang root cause ng problema, wala talagang kapayapaan.
Ang kawawa ay yung mga taong nadadamay sa crossfire. Katulad na lamang ng mga Kristiyanong sibilyan.
Bakit? Ang mga morong sibilyan ba ay hindi kaawa-awa? Napaka one-sided mo naman.
Ang bota ko yung pasabot. Norm! Norm! Norm!
Kapanikol! Sige, okay, let's do it from the top, our production number, okay? Back jump. Buti pa siya. Count at bawas sa TF ang absent next time. Yes po. Teka lang. Sige, ano yung positions? Len! 5, 4, 3, 2,
andito ng theater group at interesado sila sa iyong proposal. Andito na ba lahat? Andito na. Oy mga kasama, ama, ang ating inihintay, ang dakilang artist ng Mindanao, Si Rafael!
Magandang hapon sa lahat, magandang hapon sa lahat. Merong gaganapin na peace rally ay yung mga concerned sectors. Yung NGO natin, nag-uusap-usap na baka interesado kayo nga mo
mag-perform? Sounds interesting. Sige nga.
Baka lang naman, makakagawa kayo ng something na ay, hindi pa ganun kaklaro. Pero pwede natin ito pag-usapan at i-brainstorm.
Yan idea ang dapat nating i-develop.
Wait! Unsang ideya ang dapat i-develop?
Ang play. Something na mo discuss sa present of past history, pero dapat this would suggest something on how to, resolve yung peace crisis dito sa Mindanao, di ba?
Yeah, medyo interesting siya, but do you really think that it can be solved?
Bitaw, it has been a part of us noon pa. Ang gera ay bahagi na ng buhay at kasaysayan natin taga Mindanao.
O, di ba? Identity naman talaga ito sa Mindanao. A little piece of war and a little bit of peace.
Correct ka dyan. Kasi kung walang gera dito sa Mindanao, wala na tayong pinagkaiba sa Luzon at sa Visayas.
Tama!
Okay, makinig kayo. Alam nyo, yung gera na yan, isa yung malaking negosyo. Kaya nga, ginera ng US, ang Iraq!
Ang tagal na yan. Matagal na issue yan. At matagal na rin nawasak ang Twin Towers, diba? Balik!
Wala lang. Alam mo, dahil sa anti-terrorism bill na yun, kahit ang mga IPA ay tinawag ng UN na mga terorista!
Sandali lang. Hoy! Kayong dalawa dyan, tama na yung pa-beauty nyo! Alam nyo, tayong lahat ay maaaring tawaging mga terorista. Alam nyo yun? Kaya nga, pinapagamit at pinapakuha tayo na National ID!
May naisip ako na mas okay na pamaraan. Mas okay siguro kung yung mga Muslim na yan, kilahin na lang natin! Kilahin! Hoy! Ano ba yung pinagsasabi mo? Yung mga Muslim kailangan na dito.
I object, Jay. Hindi ka na naman nag-aral. Hindi ang mga Muslim ang nauna dito sa Mindanao. Ang mga katutubo. Di ba, Raf? Hay, nako! May utropod ka, hindi ka nag-aral, pati ikaw, Jay. At kayo, makinig kayong lahat ha, makinig. Kasi sa mga nagdaang panahon, merong 3 klase ng tao ang naninirahan sa Mindanao. Ang mga lumad o katutubo, tapos dumating yung mga Islam. Kaya iilan sa mga katutubo na Islamized. Tapos dumating pa yung mga Christians from Luzon, Visayas. Kaya kailangan talaga natin kamtin ang mamuhay na
Babayas! Hoy! Ginoo ko, mo gani. Kaya nga, kailangan bilisan na natin ang pagyara sa mga Muslim para malaman natin kung sino may iwan, sino mananalo! Huwag naman ganyan.
Alam nyo, sandali. Walang patutunguhan ang usapang ito. Bel, ito, pakalis na.
Wait! Bakit hindi na lang kaya natin i-consider ang pag-adapt ng federal form of government?
Oy, honey, matagal pang discuss pa yan, no? Kahit ang importante dahil na magkaisa tayo at na manirahan dito sa Mindanao.
Magkaisa? So meaning isang relihiyon na lang tayo dito sa Mindanao. Kung Christian, Muslim.
Wait lang ha. Hindi yan pwede. It's not as simple as that because Mindanao is culturally diverse. We are not going to change anybody nor anybody's position. Isa pa, hindi lang naman religion ang pinag-uusapan natin dito. Buhay at kasaysayan. So ano na yung tinatawag na? Unity in diversity.
may diverse pa. Di naman tayo mga swimmers, charla. Pag may diverse pa, maubos din naman tayong lahat. Mas maayuan bilisan natin yung lahat para malaman kung sino mananalo! Pera!
Bago pa tayong lahat. Bago pa tayo magpatayan lahat. Sandali lang. Kalma lang. I propose that we should discuss the issue in the right view of our history.
Tama. Dapat din, walang ma-exclude ng mga boses dito sa diverse people of Mindanao. Para maligumot.
Correct ka dyan, my friend. Remember the tribe people, the Lumad, Christian, and Moro people.
Maganda ang inyong intensyon, pero parang hindi akma ang pamamaraan.
Ang tungkol sa peace rally?
Ang tungkol sa play.
Bakit? Hindi ba ito matatanggap ng inyong kultura at paniniwala?
Ewan ko, pero I don't think it's that difficult.
So, what's the objection?
Depende kung sa anong perspective ipapakita ang sitwasyon ng drama at depende rin kung paano ito ipapalabas.
Point. Valid naman yun ang point mo.
Kaya nga kailangan ka talagang ma-involve. Makakatulong ka sa pag-substantiate sa magiging perspective ng ating palabas.
Are you open to some critical or even radical possibilities?
Okay, Mark? Based kini sa ato ang historical realities.
At dapat din natin i-research yung mga nangyari in the past, yung mga ating mga ninuno na nangarap din ng kapayapaan, di ba?
I agree. As long as hindi ma-misrepresent ang very rich history sa pakikipaglaban ng mga Moro against foreign domination.
At ang kasaysayan ng mga Kristiyano. Ang kasaysayan ng mga settlers. Tulad ng aking lolo at lola. Maayo kini.
Uy, kadili. Maganda talaga yan. Pwede ba natin itong gawing covenant? Di ba? Pwede, di ba?
Pwede. Ang atong kabilin alang sa tulong kagatawahan sa Mindanao.
3 kwento
sa tulong kagatawahan sa Mindanao. Sabay sa muna.
Ako mga pwede. Alam mo doon, meron kaming isang kilalang epic hero. Siya sa tuwalang. Siya ang naging tagapagligtas ng aming tribo sa panahon ng kaguluhan. Hanggang ngayon, alam mo ba, naririnig ang kanyang mga kwento sa aming mga awit o mga chants na ang tawag namin ay tuwahin. Gusto mo? Ito tayo.
Pinagpipitagan ng aming angkan. Si Ama, siya ang ika-10 henerasyon ni Sultan Kudarat. Ang aking pinagmulan, ang Lanao, ang siyang naging pugad ng mga epic heroes and heroines. Isa na doon si Prinsesa Lawanen. Mababasa ito sa epic daramen.
Popular kaayo sa mga Bisaya sila Lapu-Lapu. Diba siya ang pumatay kay Magellan? Mababasa natin ito sa ating mga history books.
Ang layo pala. Uy, pasensya ka na talaga. Medyo malayo-layo talaga itong lugar namin.
Malayo talaga.
Hindi kita nasabihan, walang taxi dito. Walang grab.
Okay lang. Ba't ang tahimik? Ay! Wow! May nag-chant. Sino yan?
Ito yun. Ito yung sinasabi ko sa yung uwahin. Yan si Ina. Inaawit niya na naman ang kwento ng aming kasaysayan sa pakikipaglaban sa mga Amerikano.
So, ang inyong tribo nakipaglaban sa Amerikano, hindi naman yan nasulat sa mga libro?
Sino bang sumulat ng mga libro? Kaya nga, marami sa ating mga sanaysay na dapat itama ang kwento.
Yeah, perfect. Nagsisimulan na tayo. Okay. Recorder.
Ayan, sila.
Recorder.
Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay.
Pamatian akong anak, ang kutan sa kaagid, akong binangga, patian ang haplos sa pagpati.
Ang bulak sa antwangan, siga kaayo iyang pula, murag dugo nagkipaagay sa iyang madalihong ihay. Ay, 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 ay. 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 Ay, 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 ay.
Ako kani mong isugay ng suglanon sa atong kaliwa, nagugay ng iluglog sa suwang bisa kasaysayan. Ang imong apuhang dato ng mugnaw kasaysayan, nga angay ang ipasigan mo sa tibok lagi kong yuta.
Sama kang apo, lumaban, bayani sa tanang henerasyon. Ay, 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 ay. Ukitaho, sa kanang kaliwan, sa tupok silong sa yuta. Ay, 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 ay. Si Dago ako maulayon, nauwi atong punuan. Kagalingon ka siyang bayan, yaman kita may isaligway. Amay gayon, natutulilon ang mga hiwin na sugilano. Amay gayon, natutulilon ang kalungganang ilang diyang ko.
Ang akong bugtong anak, nagisungil ko sa banong agila, gihingan lang kong Rafael. Mubiya siya sa atong dapit aron pagkutlo o kaalam ngadto sa tulunghaan sa syudad. O aron sa iyang pagbalik dinhi, dako siyang matabang alang sa pagsulbag sa suliran sa atong tribo. Panalanginan ta siya. Hinaot nga magmalampusot siya sa iyang mga tinguha.
Rafael, ako pinanggang anak. Gabayan ka sa diwa sa iyong mga apuhan. Lakaw kabuutang udlot sa imong damgo. Nga nalingsig dinha sa imong kasinakasin. Si magbabaya, upan kanimo ng tanang mga bakhala sa langit ug yuta. Maayong pagmano, anak.
Inihalin tulad ako ni Ama sa isang banog agila. Papaalis ako noon upang mag-aral sa syudad. Malaki ang kanilang pag-asa na sa akin pagbabalik. Makakatulong ako sa paglutas ng suliranin ng aming tribo. At si Ina, ang babaon sa akin, Ina. Rafael, humayo ka at abutin mo ang tudling ng iyong mga pangarap. At sa awa ng may kapal, nagtapos ako sa aking pag-aaral. Ngunit sa aking pagbabalik, marami na ang nabago. Marami na sa aming mga lupain ang naibenta na ng aming mga katribo sa mga Bisaya. Ibang-iba na ang lupa na kinagisnan ko noon. Authentic! Kaino, Ama.
May damapon. Dayon ka mo.
Natugog na akong naitabo kong tiyo.
Ay, nagkatapo kita karon aron mahisgutan ng tanan. Daghan pa kaayo ang buhaton.
Kaniadto. Daghan ang mga korporasyon nga buot mananom sa atong kayutaan. O karon, daghan usab kaayo mga korporasyon ang buot momina sa atong kabukiran.
Mao ka nang angayan atong isgutan. Mahinungdanon sa pagkakaroon.
Pag-uusapan namin yung mga plantasyon at mga mining corporation na gustong pumasok sa aming teritoryo.
Dili na lang nato isgutan ang naitabo sa tiyo mo. Kaya doon na may tampuda nga ginagana ka lang nato.
Ay, wala unta ako musugot nga magtampuda dayon tungod kay sugyot man kini sa mga military, sa mga dato-dato, o dili sa mga hintungdan na katawhan.
O kinsa man sa musugot ni ato nga dili ba kato atong binuhatan?
Apan kinahanglan sa maglikay una kita sa dugang taon niyang kinabuhi nga makalas. Dili matapos kining kagubot kung kinipulihan lang o pagpamugos sa katawhan nga magpakahilom lang.
Tama si Ina. Hindi kami pwede manahimik na lamang.
Pero Raf, pwede kayong magreklamo sa mga gobyerno.
Ina, kung gusto na itong reklamo sa gobyerno, mayroon na ito kining.
Ay, Rafael, kanus ama na minaw ang gobyerno sa tingog na itong mga lumang.
Kailan ba nakinig ang gobyerno sa amin?
Pero meron kayong mga karapatan na dapat nilang mapakinggan.
Ina, adun nakita yung mga katungod na dapat nilang paminawon.
Gipaminaw ba nila ang imong amahan at iyang gipabagan ang rancho nga buot musulod sa yuta sa imong uyuan?
Gipaminaw ba nila ang imong uyuan? Sadyang gusto na niyang mahuyuan ang yuta na ipahulam lamang sa pamilya Huwes. Harun na sila'y mapakausakot sa ilang mga pinuhing baka.
Wala, Rafael. Wala.
Ang kanilang batas ay hindi marunong makinig sa aming batas.
O nakahukom na kami.
Kaino, Ina.
Kung aduna sila'y katakos, aduna usap kita'y kaalam. Andam na ang mga bagani.
Maglulunsad kami ng pangayaw. Hahawa kami ng sandata at
Ako ang imong kaalam nga nakutlo dito sa tulunghaan, Rafael. Mas maayo nga dito ka lang una, kay mas daghan pa kag maayong mabuhat dito.
Gusto na lang ni Ama na bumalik ako sa syudad at pabayaan silang magpangayaw.
Dili ka na may Ama! Ikalimta na ba ni mga ibuhat nila kanino? Ipaligsan ka! Maayo na lang tayo, wala kuha sa mga diwata! Paano ka makakalimutan ang pangyayari yan? Pinasagasaan ako na may-ari ng rancho! Mabuti na lang at hindi ako kinuha ng mga diwata!
Rafael! Ayaw pagpadala sa kainit sa imong dugo. Init kayo ang panahon karon. Dinhi ang mga sundalo nga mao'y nagkural sa atong kayutaan o ikaw, Rafael. Ikaw ang ilang gipangita.
Mas delikado kaayo kung magpabilin ka pa din. Apan anaano ka na nimo.
At bumalik pa talagang mga ulang yang yun. Piste ng mga dumagat!
Kapatiman! Mga suwad! Magsabuhay kayo para ho kaumaran! Lukatilipan! Kapatiman! Mga suwad! Magsabuhay kayo para ho kaumaran! Lukatilipan!